For years, my family's been making this annual pilgrimage to the Outer Banks of North Carolina for our family vacation. We love it here, and with my new project of working toward my private pilot, I figured this would be a perfect time to log another hour of flight while bringing along my wife and daughter for some beach sightseeing. We met up with John from obxairplanes.com at the Dare County Airport this morning to set out on our adventure. Our airplane today is a 1968 Cessna 172K that, despite being 50 years old, has just gotten back from a brand new engine. On this particular day, the attitude indicator was inop, and I had some trouble getting adjusted to the airspeed indicator with its primary scale being miles per hour instead of knots. Here's a look at our flight today with some additional scenic footage from Rebecca and Cecilia. Sorry about the lack of angles on this flight, but I hope you still enjoy the video. All right, so I guess we're ready to do the checklist here and get started up. All right, seatbelt's good, everybody good. Fuel selectors on both. Beacon switch is on, I assume, or it will be.
Yep, so there you go, beacon's on.
Goes on. Circuit breakers, all look good to me.
They're on.
Master on. Mixture is full rich now, anyway. Primer. How many primes or do we need?
0.
Because you've already ran it, right?
Yep.
All right. Air clear. I don't have keys. Oh yes, here they are. Clear prop.
And I know you're using ForeFlight. I would probably actually start looking at the checklists on there.
You think they match reasonably?
They do, yeah. I know, like, we have a 182 RG that I did a lot of my commercial and flight instructor stuff in. And I mean, it's like right on the money. I mean, it's right out of the POH.
Alright.
I mean, you can always, you know, compare it back to,
That's what
you know, all that stuff. But so I'm just going to kind of show you this real quick.
Yep.
So there you go. So now north is up.
Nice.
Zoom in and kind of see what the flight plan is. So we're going a little bit northeast to first flight, and then we'll be going northwest to Pine Island. Okay?
Awesome.
Cool. Alright, so our AWAS frequency is right here. It even labels it. It knows what it is,
nice,
right?
Yeah.
So you just flip that, and you can actually click on that one, and you can monitor it. So now you're still on 22.8 if somebody calls in.
5 Celsius, dew point 20, altimeter 2.
Yeah, so you still hear the other.
3 remarks. Density altitude 1,200.
Manio, Dare County Airport.
Automated weather observation 1426 Zulu weather wind 030 at 14 visibility 10 ceiling 1,700 broken 2,400 broken temperature 25 Celsius dew point 20 altimeter 29er 83 remarks. Density altitude 1,200.
So I'll just tell you we're about 20 feet above sea level here.
Alright.
So if you just want to set it to field elevation, yeah.
Right in there.
Yep. Okay. And it looks like that is off.
Yep.
So we'll don't even worry about that.
Yep. So there is indeed runway 5.
Yep, it's all left traffic.
It's going to be the runway here.
Yep. Okay. Do you have tracking on this as far as like on
Yes.
the moving maps and everything?
Yes.
So if you want to look at the taxi diagram, so like this is where we are right here at the terminal.
Yeah.
All we're going to do is basically, we'll probably do a U-turn right around this plane over here. We'll follow 92 Hotel that's taxiing behind us.
Okay.
We'll just follow him on the hotel, back taxi runway 5, and, you know, obviously we're fine either way, but being that we're heavy, I like to give us a little bit extra takeoff room, right?
Yep.
So you want to use all available runway?
Yep.
So we'll just back taxi runway 5, take off this way, left turn out towards first flight.
Okay.
And this is kind of you see how the elevation
I do
rises?
see it.
Let's go that way around them.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Honestly, I've never even taxied that far over. Our ramp here is just really full right now.
I mean, I don't want to go over the hump.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you did, there will be a section where the prop is, still at the same attitude.
9 to Hotel, depart runway 5 to the northeast, Dare County.
Is your volume all the way up on your headset?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear. Is it too loud for you?
It's pretty loud.
I mean,
but
mine's
whatever
fine.
you need, okay?
Yeah, mine is typically. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go here?
Just kind of follow it straight on around. And so what you can do, taxi with the nose gear up.
Uh-huh.
Something kind of neat, there's actually a seaplane ramp over here also. They can kind of come in.
Oh, is that right?
I've actually never seen a seaplane land here, but they do have that service.
That's cool.
So yeah, so kind of on that side of the little concrete little road over here. You just kind of want to go up against that. So here, my flight controls.
You've got controls.
Just real quick.
Dare County traffic 143 is crossing all runways 1 Delta, Dare County.
This is kind of how I set it up. And so you're getting a little bit into the wind, right? You always want to do a run up into the wind.
Right.
And straighten the nose gear out, and it's all you.
Okay.
And
You want me to use mine or yours?
if you got one, you can go ahead and use that. That's
It's
fine.
for some
172. If you miss something, I have it memorized.
Yep,
so
sure.
You're good.
All right, well, I'm going to check cabin doors, but I'm going to do my window at the last possible minute.
That's fine.
Flight controls, I'll do the thumbs up method for the... I agree. Okay, those are good. Flight instruments we've already established. Now might be a decent time to set the this indicator, right?
Yep.
So this is
Something to keep in mind, a lot of heading indicators, they take a few minutes to warm up. And I know we've been sitting for a little bit, so it's probably warmed up by now. But a lot of times that might be the last thing I do, just because if I do a really fast run up and I get here really fast,
I see.
I want to give it as much time as possible, otherwise it's just going to process.
Sure. Okay. Fuel selector valves on both. Mixture is full rich.
Yep.
I'm just okay. Elevator trim.
That's good there. So that little triangle should be where it is. That's perfect.
Probably.
Dare County 939 to hotels, departing there in northeast.
No rudder trim, I assume, in
1,000
here.
feet
Nope.
for
Okay,
Dare County.
magneto's checked, so use 1700 for that in here. On the brakes, good.
Yep. And also, whenever you're doing a run up, pull back on the yoke.
Okay.
You just don't want to, get any rock chips or anything.
Yeah. There's 17, so we'll check left here. About 100 drop back to both.
Okay.
17, here's the right. About 100 drop, running smooth still, so back to both. Those are good, I think.
And if you ever have a question about it, you can compare the two.
Right, gotcha. So now we check carb heat. Well, we got it up. You should see the drop. I mean, not really.
And the most important thing with that is you want to see it climb. So carb heat in 172s, you don't see a whole lot of a drop, but you do want to see some. You just want to make sure that when you're pulling it out, it's actually working. And also, when you put it back in, if you don't see a rise, it means that maybe that cable's stuck. And if you try to do a takeoff with carb heat on, you're going to lose a lot of performance.
So we should see it rise here.
Right.
Would be the idea.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing. So you get a little bit of a rise, it's good.
Yep. All right. So then back to idle. 1,000 RPM anyway, or thereabouts.
And I wouldn't even worry. I know some of them say to do the carb heat check at idle. I won't even worry about it. It just stresses the engine.
Gotcha. Okay, suction,
Yeah, so suction is another thing that you're going to look at when the engine is running up. So what you can do, suction on this
it's on yours, right? Up top right?
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
So we'll check it real quick.
Yep, so if you see it rises, it's good.
It'd obviously be more important in an IFR situation or
Exactly.
yeah. Okay, avionics we're on, radio check, you've got the
We got all the frequencies in. I'm going to go ahead and put in 122.9, which is the beach frequency, okay?
Okay.
So we have that on standby.
Don't worry about the air conditioner, we don't have one. Beacons on, don't need nav lights. Strobe, no, not necessarily. Okay, I feel generally okay.
I feel pretty good.
They're going traffic, 143 is left down 115 for banner pick. They're gone.
And you have
Give me a hold short here.
whatever this is coming in. Looks like a fighter jet. I don't even know what that thing is coming in over here. Something big. So what I'll do whenever what is this guy doing?
I don't know.
He's low too. I mean, he's at traffic pattern altitude. I mean, he's like 1,000 feet or less. He's probably like 700 feet there. So,
They're going traffic, 143 is base on 5 for banner pick. They're gone.
yeah, this guy's nuts. So whenever you're flying, you want to fly defensively. I always fly with the understanding that everybody else is doing something super unsafe.
Yeah.
And this is kind of unsafe because, I don't even know what that is. You know what? I think that's
Here comes the banner pick again.
that might be an Osprey.
They do what they want.
That's some kind of military plane. Usually they'll still make radio calls if they're going to be getting in the pattern with us. Missed twice.
Missed it again.
Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn us so that we're facing the base leg, right?
Yep, so we can watch coming in.
Yeah. And if you want to go ahead and back taxi, we can.
Dare County Skyhawk 46532, back taxi runway 5 for departure, Dare County.
Nice. Alright, let's do it. And they actually grabbed the banner that time.
Did he get it? Good for him.
Good pick.
Yeah.
We're gonna back taxi. We're clear here everywhere. We think.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. And you're always looking base and final as you're starting to pull out of the runway.
Banner 070 is left base, runway 5 for banner drop. They're counting.
Got somebody on base here.
You could
Banner drop.
You could beat them to it if you tried to get there fast.
You want to do it?
If you can go ahead and do it.
You'll get forward. You can
The big thing that you're going to be looking at is the banner plane that just grabbed the banner.
Yeah.
You're kind of going to be paralleling him, but you're okay.
Is that okay?
Yep. So go ahead and hit it.
We feel good?
I feel good. All right, your instruments are green. Airspeed's live. Full power. All the way full. Keep your hand on the throttle. Your throttle's backing out. A little more on the center line, okay? And keep the airspeed coming up. Keep it coming up. Keep it coming up. All right, and there you can rotate. Go and rotate. There you go. And just rotate. Climb out right about there. That's 88 knots. That's VY. Just go ahead and climb out there. All right. So stay wings level. Don't be watching that, obviously. Your runway's a little bit to the right, so you want to stay over the extended center line of the runway.
Okay.
Mondo, line up and away, 05.
So you're still just kind of going straight out. If you look over to the left, there's a C-130 flying about 300 feet over the water over here. That's pretty neat. That's pretty close. Usually they don't fly that close to us.
I'm going to trim a little, but that's okay?
That's fine.
My pressure.
Just keep the climb coming up. We'll just climb to, if you wanted to do a landing straight in at 800 in the first flight.
Yeah, I don't.
The traffic you don't? Okay, so we'll just overfly. So what we're going to do is enter a right downwind for 2-1 at first flight. But we need to switch frequencies. I'm just going to get on real quick.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Say they're coming.
County traffic, Skyhawk 46532, departing the pattern to the northeast towards first flight, Good County.
I don't like this airspeed indicator not having big dots on the outside.
Yeah,
that's
I
a big
don't like
change
it
for me, is like not having a lot of time in an aircraft.
Yeah. But the more you fly, you know, you start to kind of experience how different airplanes are.
Yeah.
You start to notice differences, and some of them kind of become pet peeves to you. That's a personal pet peeve of mine also. Alright, so now we're on first flight multicom frequency, so we're good there. Turn a little bit more to the left. If you kind of see that bay area, that's what we're shooting for. You see the Wright Brothers Memorial?
I do. So you want to be to the left of that, right?
Yeah, so you're going to be left of that. So it's a right downwind traffic for that runway. You see there's a runway just to the left of it. There's that big clearing.
Oh yeah.
You see that? That's a runway there.
Okay.
So runway 3 is what we would be kind of on a right base for right now, right? So you can just keep climbing up as high as you want. I mean, I'd keep it under 1,500.
Okay.
Just for the scenic aspect of the trip. Really, we can go lower if you wanted. If you wanna, do you wanna just kind of fly out over the beach?
We can go up the coast, yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
After we go over Memorial Brothers.
Yeah.
Guys, Wright Brothers will be on your right up here, Rebecca and Celia.
And also, that's the Jockey's Ridge sand dunes down here.
Yeah. Go ahead and level off.
That'll work.
Pick up a little speed and then bring the power out. That'll work.
And beach traffic, Skyhawk 46532 is about a mile southwest of First Light Airport, 1,500. We'll be entering about right downwind traffic 2-1, and we'll be extending out and be northbound over the beach for beach traffic.
So what's good cruise RPM here? 20?
So cruise RPM in a Cessna 172 is right around 2350 to 2400.
Beach traffic, double bridge at T34 at 1,300, just south of Pine Island, in a turn northbound at 1,300. Beach traffic.
So you may notice there's a lot of military traffic here.
Yeah.
There's Coast Guard. That was a Navy plane or helicopter, whatever you call an Osprey back there. So you got those. The Navy T-34 that just caught it over Pine Island.
Yeah.
He said he's going to be north over the beach, so he's fine. We're not worried about him.
Gotcha. I'm still a little high. I'm gonna get us back to 15 and call out our altitude.
So if you want to kind of drop some altitude, you can pull back to 1,000 RPMs and just kind of nose over a little bit.
And first flight traffic, Skyhawk 46532 is right downwind 2-1. We'll be extending our downwind and head north over the beach, 1,500 beach traffic.
Ocean.
Yeah, so there's the Wright Brothers Memorial.
Yeah, that's nice.
Pretty scenic. All right.
Really
So what we can do, so for the cruise checklist, what you want to do is kind of do your pitch, power, trim, right? In that order. So pitch, kind of get level with your VSI at 0. Set your pitch what you need. Set the power to about 2350, 2400, and then you can trim it out. And also, after you do that, we're going to lean the engine out, okay?
Here, I got the helicopter, Coast Guard.
Beach traffic, we have you guys as well. Thanks.
If only everybody was running ADS-B out.
Yeah, not here.
You will be soon, maybe, right?
We will be soon.
Then I can watch for you here as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's actually a few shipwrecks just kind of off our right wing here. On our way back, if you want to get a good eye of those, we can.
Yeah, you want to see that? Rebecca probably like to see that. Yeah. Alright, so whenever you're good, I feel reasonably trimmed and stable here
So for the mixture, some Cessnas, you know, you can spin it.
Yeah, I like that one now. Pulling it out.
Yeah, so other planes, you know, it's just another one of those little differences.
Are you just watching for max RPM in this plane?
You're watching RPMs. And you can do two things. I mean, you can put it rich of peak or lean of peak, right?
I'm a rich guy, but it's your airplane, so
so that's lean of peak there. That's fine. We're 3 clicks in of that. Usually the equivalent is like 3 twists of the knob, right?
Gotcha. All right, so I think I see. Well, I don't know what I see yet. We're still way out, so.
So that's the duck water tower.
That's duck. So Corral is on top. We picked a great day wind-wise for this. I mean, this is about as smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, so usually with a high-pressure system, you're going to get really stable air.
So is it legitimately, I don't know much about beach flight, is it legitimately okay to just fly right up the coast? I guess VFR, you just got to avoid, you maintain separation.
Yeah, so you're supposed to maintain your minimum safe altitudes, right? So this is a congested area too, so just so you know. So it's congested area almost all the way to the end of Corolla. So that would be 1,000 feet above the highest obstacle within 2,000 feet.
Are there any obstacles higher than 500 feet?
Nope.
Then we're golden.
Yeah, we're golden. And you know, not only that, technically the congested area is over the land. So if you're flying over the ocean,
yeah,
you can really kind of do whatever you want. I mean, the banner planes, a lot of time you'll see those flying at like 300 feet.
Yeah. So this 122.9, this is first flight, but also the general.
So I'll just say, like, this is really weird. Like, I don't know of any other place that has a frequency for an area. Usually it's for the terminal area of an airport.
Right.
They kind of planned it so Ocracoke, Hatteras, First Flight, Pine Island, everything on the coastline is on 122.9.
I see.
And it's just a local thing that everybody just knows and it's understood. We just call it beach traffic.
I see.
So if you're in the pattern for another airport, like if you're in Hatteras or Billy Mitchell Airport, as it's called, you would say Billy Mitchell traffic or First Flight traffic. But anywhere else, you're just going to say beach traffic.
I see.
Beach traffic, Custer Helicopter 6024 is Oregon Inlet, southbound on the beach.
So Oregon Inlet's, I don't even know, like 25 miles south of us right now.
So I'm going to in straight level, I'm going to readjust my heading bug because we are just all kinds of black. Like not even
it'll do that.
Would you rather me fly more inland so you can see the beach? Celia, do you have any preference? Are you surviving your general aviation experience?
So,
put your mic down.
A little more inland.
Okay, is that okay?
That's fine, yeah.
So we can see the beach a little bit.
Yeah, so usually what I do, wherever the best view is, so usually when I'm doing a tour I'm in this seat. If I'm going north, the best view is off the right-hand side, so going north I'd stay over the sound, going south I'd stay over the beach. Right. It's kind of opposite right now. I mean, kind of whatever you guys want. Not really any point in me having a good view. I get this every day.
You guys got any air back there? There's lots of air here if you want it.
Your parents are on the beach.
Oh, good. Do they know we're coming?
Yeah, Liz and Chet are on the deck.
We're probably, I don't know.
We're 5 minutes from Pine Island Airport, so we got an estimated time en route.
So 6.5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes to where they're at. Also, like, this also has that little box I built, it has an AHRS chip in it as well.
Right.
So since yours is broken, I have a backup.
There you go.
In case we were to get into some kind of bad situation.
Nice.
I also love Terrain Advisor. I think that's going to be a really nice thing once I get into the airplane more, and you just have that extra assurance. Especially once I get the mount that I want, where it's up here and I can just, at a glance when I'm scanning, I can see that too. Look for red. I mean, you know, just making sure that we know where we're supposed to be.
Yep, exactly. The only problem with that is that iPads, you know, that's not like a regulatory thing. It will never count towards like any kind of IFR stuff.
But I think anything that increases your situational awareness, no matter what it is, I think is a help. As long as you're not head down in it the whole time, you know.
Yeah. That's right.
This plane flies pretty good. What year is this thing? This is an old one.
If this is correct for this plane, it would be a 68. Pretty cool, huh?
That's a 50-year-old airplane with a brand new engine.
Yep.
Flies really nice.
Yep. This is a really nice airplane. It's pretty decent.
Alright, I see the water tower that we're interested in. It's not the first one.
Right.
It's the second one, I think, is the one that's near our house in Corolla.
Okay.
That's where we kind of want to go.
Traffic, 121, join the beach line northbound, 500 feet. We're at Body Lighthouse.
Are you pretty used to like control tower at airports or uncontrolled?
So both Morgantown and Charleston. So Charleston's class Charlie,
right?
And Morgantown is Delta. So it's towered daytime hours. Plus all of my simulation time. I treated it very seriously on that sim, and even when I was just doing VFR flying, I would still do the CTAP stuff in an uncontrolled field, and I tried to be, I used it as a real thing and not just like flying jets around all the time. Like I really tried to get as much experience as I can. So I
can tell.
And I've also watched hundreds of hours of YouTube videos of just, I've been a real student of it since I had no time or money to really fly before I did everything else that I could do, you know.
Right.
But thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell like you're coming at it like you have like a good base knowledge,
and that's helpful,
especially for having 2 hours. I mean, that's pretty epic.
What really surprised me was how quickly things happen, how quick you can get behind a plane, and also the sensations on my first couple flights. It was rough days, in fairness, but it was like we flew out of Morgantown in that Warrior, and I was not expecting the amount of movement that there was in the airplane.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it on your little simulator screen, but until you can feel it, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Didn't freak me out. It surprised me is all.
Yeah. So this is Pine Island Airport right here.
I've always wanted to see it from up here.
So when you're up here, it's kind of funny. There's actually X's on the runway, which makes that airport illegal to land.
Yeah.
But it's actually just private. Like, I don't know if they put the X's there just for the sake of, you know, scaring people away.
Yeah.
They really don't like other people landing in there.
I've always wanted to see it from up here.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know if you can see, Rebecca, but you probably can't see over the nose, can you? All right. I'm trying to determine which water tower. Actually, I can tell you, because I looked at it on the sectional. I know where we want to be. We're up here near the 12.
143 is in the field northbound along the beach at 500 beach traffic.
We're pretty much going to be above any of the banner planes or anything. They're not at 1500.
No, not at all. You do want to look out for them there.
Where do you fly? I mean, where do the banner planes normally fly altitude?
So the banner planes, they cut in over the beach at different areas, right? So depending on what the company that's advertising, right? So whatever they want to pay for, do they want to advertise Kitty Hawk to Corolla? Do they want to advertise South Nags Head to Kitty Hawk?
I see.
There's different areas, so they'll drop in over the beach at different points. Usually, so you gotta remember this is all congested all the way down over these houses, so they gotta be 1,000 until they get to the beach, then they drop in at 500 and they go northbound between 3 and 500. And then they cross back over, they're about 1,000, you know.
I always watch for them because I operate my drone out here every year up to 400. But then I know I've seen some of those banners go by and I said, yeah, that is not. We were in the same space there like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I always keep my eyes open for that.
Yeah. Beach traffic, Skyhawk 46532 over Pine Island Airport, 1,500 northbound, beach traffic.
So you can tell them we're getting close to where they are.
First flight traffic is 496 up to Sierra, 8 miles to the northwest, inbound, land of runway.
I think, yeah, that's the water tower. So we're in a house, not oceanfront, but literally like perpendicular to the shore from that water tower on the second row, you know, right up here at the edge of this Pine Island development.
Right.
So I'm going to overfly that area, and then right up the beach, and then you can tell me, we can turn and do whatever we need to do to head whatever the next leg of this back is. Unless were we going to go to the lighthouse? I don't know how much that ate into our time at the...
I wouldn't worry about any... So usually when I just treat this as a custom hour tour, I usually treat it as, you know, the flight time, you know, when we're rolling down the runway to rolling back. I keep that at an hour. Obviously there was some run-up time and stuff that was a little bit added to it, but yeah, so usually what I'll do with a custom hour, I'll bring them all the way up to the lighthouse and then turn around.
Cool.
So the regulation for doing air tours, scenic air tours under Part 91 is 25 nautical miles from your point of departure. Anything more than that is counting as a charter flight.
But I mean, does this count as a tour, or is this a private lesson?
Well,
I mean,
and that's kind of a gray area.
We're going to say like that was an hour.
Yeah,
so.
and then it's flight training. So, you know, technically we can go as far as we want.
It feels like flight
under
training.
that. And that's kind of one way that people get around that rule. I mean, somebody flew 60 miles to Ocracoke yesterday.
I see them. I actually saw them on the beach. I did not think that would be the case at 1,500 feet, but I saw them.
When we're going back southbound, we can drop down to 500 and just cruise over the beach.
You want to do that?
Yeah. Cool. Buzz the tower,
as they say. That's cool, isn't it, Celia? Look at the beach.
49er picked up there, 5 miles,
Boy.
45 for downwind, 03.
You really appreciate just how narrow this strip is out here when you see it from here, don't you?
yeah.
I mean, look, there's just not much there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what looks really cool is when you're doing night flight training.
Oh, I bet.
Because we did night flight. I haven't flown like at night in like 9 months, and I finally did last night with one of my students. And we flew over here, and it looks so cool at nighttime. It's like it's like just one strip of lights just going right down the beach.
Yeah, this is really cool. I'm so glad we got to work this in.
Yeah, it's a really cool place to learn how to fly. You know, obviously when we took off, if you listen to the winds, it was blowing like 14 knots.
Yeah,
that's really standard. So when you're learning to fly, I mean, like right out the gate, you're learning crosswind.
Right.
Crosswind, takeoffs, landings. I mean, when I did my knowledge test, I soloed out to my knowledge test in Chesapeake and flew back. When I flew back, it was blowing 25 knots, or 28 knots.
Oh boy.
And I had 20 hours, you know, like, soloing.
Yeah.
And my instructor's just like, you know, just keep it fast.
Yeah.
45 for downwind, 03, first flight traffic.
Yeah, this is very cool. I haven't seen any traffic at all with ADS-B. None of these planes. I'm sure these banner planes don't fly with it.
Oh, no, definitely not. The banner planes I know for a fact don't. Yeah, some of these other planes do, though. I mean, there's a lot of private planes that come through here, a lot of jets. All of the military aircraft have ADS-B. So you have the Corolla lighthouse over here, right? The big brick lighthouse.
Oh yeah, there it is
And
on the left.
you can actually climb that. So,
Did you guys do it? Did you ever do Corolla, the lighthouse, climb it?
When I was pregnant with her.
Oh, that's right, when you were pregnant. That's right.
yep, so you got that. You also got the Wellhead Club down here.
Yeah. There's the mini golf, the grass mini golf.
You guys ever been to Cariva at all?
Four-wheel drive area?
Yeah. Yep.
We've driven up there. You see the lighthouse, Celia? Up here on the left. There's the sound where we took some epic drone video a few years ago, got used in the Super Bowl broadcast on CBS for the national anthem. I had seagulls flying off the sound at sunset.
Wow,
they used
yeah.
a 6-second clip. They licensed it. We licensed a lot of footage to a third party. They paid like $250 for the clip. Cecilia saw it on TV and we didn't believe her. She's like, that was one of your clips. And I said, oh, there's no way. That was on CBS. There's no way.
Yeah.
And we went back and watched it and I was like, oh my God. That was our like 4-second seagulls on the sound from the Outer Banks on the Super Bowl.
Wow.
We never know who licenses our footage. It's anonymous, but it was absolutely that.
That's awesome.
It was cool. All right. Very cool.
So really, you can do a turnout either way you want. It really doesn't matter. If you're just going to be staying on the beach, might as well just do a right turnout, but it's totally up to you. And you can just kind of do a descending turn, just descend down, 300 to 400 feet per minute. I'd pull some power and just kind of rotate it on around.
Sure.
Beach traffic, Skyhawk 46532, about 5 miles north of Corolla Lighthouse, over the ocean side. We're heading southbound 500. We'll be looking for any van traffic for each other.
So what I like to do, just kind of dip your wing, because it's kind of a maneuver, right? So you're checking for traffic, and you continue the turn. Yeah, you try to not just do a 180 out of nowhere, right? You just do 90-degree turns. Yeah. So yesterday I saw something really cool over the ocean. We were down in Hatteras and there were like several manta rays. Like the full-on, like real big ones, like the size of this airplane, swimming around in the ocean. Yeah, they were just huge.
So let me ask you about things like carb heat. Like when we're going to be out of the green for that period of descending turn, would you have run carb heat there?
At 2,200 RPMs, I wouldn't.
I was down
if you
at 2,000
dropped it
and under.
If you dropped it to like 17, 18 for more than 10 seconds or so, I might be thinking about it.
Was that our light? No, that wasn't our. That was the next water tower down, right? Was ours?
Yeah. So do you know how to wave at people
with the wing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay coordinated with it. Then you can do a big old...
That was not ours, actually. We're further south of this. Gotta be, because that's the natural grass mini golf. Isn't it? Yeah, we're south of this. How can I suddenly not see the other light, the other water tower?
You're so pretty.
There's one this way. There's a water tower right in front of us down here.
Oh yeah, that's it down there.
So if you want to just keep the descent in, I mean, really, like I said, you can drop, down to 500 if you want. We're just keeping an eye out for banner planes. They're pretty sparse up this way, but...
I mean, I'll stay 500 above them if that's okay. That's my opposite direction and the whole thing. You can tell them we're coming back by them? All right.
Traffic, Java 1234, passing 2 miles to east center line, 1,500.
Do you feel that little bit of roughness down there? I mean, in the engine when we get down below that, do you feel it at all?
It's pretty slight. Yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned about that. Now, if you're going to continuously run it below the green, I would probably do carb heat. And you will feel some roughness with that.
I was just getting us down to 1,000, then I'm going to level off and bring the power back in.
Yeah, that'll work. And actually, there's one shipwreck you can see up here. I think it's just off the south end of the, if you see the south end of the Pine Island Airport up here, kind of just into the ocean from that. Yeah, so here's the water tower.
Yep, so we're right over them again.
No, we're not. That's not the one by our house.
Oh,
One
is it
more
this?
water tower down.
Is it this one up here?
Yeah, that's the Harris Teeter right there.
Oh. Is it?
That is the Harris Teeter, yeah.
All right, well, thank God. I got other people to navigate. Just like when we're driving, I need other people to tell me where I'm going, so. I say unfamiliar land. Coming up on them again. They see us?
Have you ever had any military jets fly up behind you?
No.
You'll get a lot of them here.
Really?
Yeah, so we have the Oceana, we have Oceana, we have Norfolk Naval Base, we have the Fentress. There's all kinds of things like right up the road here. So you'll see like F-18s just come out of nowhere. Just, wow. And they catch you off guard every single time.
We're currently at 1500 just over the town of Avon.
Beach traffic, Skyward 4632, currently at over Pine Island Airport, southbound, 1,000 feet over the beach, beach traffic.
I'm going to cross back over so you can see the beach out the left.
That'll work. And probably if you look behind us, you might be able to see that shipwreck I was telling you about. You'll see some like a mast or something sticking up out of the water.
So 143 is 1 mile south of the Duck Research Pier, northbound along the beach at 500, beach traffic.
So that's what you're listening for. There's a banner plane 1 mile south, northbound 500.
They'll be on the ocean side?
Yeah, so 1 mile south of the pier here.
Okay.
That's the Duck Research Pier.
Okay. So we're 500 above him and on the opposite side. Yep. But I'm still going to look for him.
Oh yeah,
banner planes, I see them.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll,
they're easier to see.
They'll tip their wings to you. That's a pretty aggressive type of flying.
Banner flying?
I mean, you think about
a lot of drag, right?
It's a lot of drag, and so if you think about it, you're flying 350 feet above the water. Just above stall speed.
Yeah.
Your pitch angle's like this.
Yeah. You got a quick way to get rid of it, I assume, if you have to, right?
You do. However, if you're going to land in the water, so when a plane lands in the water, what does it always do? It somersaults
forward. So you want
if you have that, it keeps the drag on you. It actually just makes you just skim down straight into the water.
Yeah.
So the emergency procedures are a little bit different with those.
I bet. That's interesting.
That is the exact same banner that the guy picked right in front of us right before we took off. Yeah, right there. So what we can do, if you want to follow this around, this little section of land that's sticking out here, that's called Martin's Point. Okay. It's a really nice area. You'll see some gigantic mansions. on this
Nice.
little
Okay.
landmass. If you just kind of like
Stay out over the sound.
yeah, you can just kind of hug the shore over here. I mean, it's like some of the biggest houses I've seen in my life.
That's cool. So this is obviously the... Oh, that's the bridge. I don't know where we are.
That's the Wright Memorial Bridge.
That is the Wright
this one
Memorial
goes from
Bridge.
Kitty Hawk to
Right.
Currituck.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, some of these like right on the tip on this side over here, they're just incredible.
6 miles northeast. We'll enter a left upwind for 25 Hatteras.
Left upwind. That's interesting.
I don't remember that being in the FAR AIM published specs for entering traffic weather.
Yeah, wait until you hear people say left final. It's like, I don't even know what that means.
Well, what does that mean?
Alright, so another thing you're looking out for around here, you'll see C-130s cutting across here, and they stay really low. You'll have Coast Guard helicopters doing operations just over the water over here. And if you want to just do like a direct to first flight airport, you can. If you see, so this, the first kind of island looking thing there is Collington. It's kind of an extension of Kill-Devil Hills. And then the next landmass back there is going to be Manio.
Okay.
So just depending on what you want to do, I mean, you've still got like 0.4 in my book, you know?
Well, I definitely want you to write a 1.0 in my log book.
Tower at 10 CME, field set.
I really do not need to land at first flight to feel good about myself.
Okay.
Seeing it was all I need.
Yeah. That'll work. So then we'll just go ahead and get the weather for Manio then, okay? Copy.
Final 5 again. 17 altimeter 2985. Remark. Density altitude 1,200.
Manio, Dare County Airport.
Automated weather observation 1516 Zulu. Weather. Wind 030 at 11. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 24 Celsius. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2985. Remark. Density altitude 1,200.
Okay, so
I didn't listen.
It's 20 degrees off the runway at 11. That's, you know, really what you need to know for this landing, okay? So we're going to be entering on runway 5, and it's left traffic, so we'll enter on the 45 to left downwind 5. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I always know what we're saying, but I'm not sure I really know. You know what I mean? Like,
So are you pretty good with traffic patterns there?
yeah, I understand.
Okay, so we're making, so runway 5 is going to be shooting across this way. So
Right.
And you can really use your heading indicator to give you an idea as long as you're still with this, which it looks like you're pretty
Yeah, I
close.
just said it.
So runway 5 is kind of running pretty parallel,
Yeah.
perpendicular to our current course. So it's going to be going this way, right?
So we're going to enter this way.
So we're entering the
on
left
the
downwind.
45, and then we'll come up and make our base, and then final we'll be back this way.
Exactly.
So we need to be on this side of the airport, of the midfield.
Yeah, exactly. So if you kind of want to stay over the sound, that's kind of why I said to kind of go more direct to a first flight, just because it kind of sets you up for a good 45 entry. It's all about being one step ahead.
Right.
First flight traffic, Cessna, or Skyhawk 46532, about 2 miles northwest, First Flight Airport, 1,000 feet inbound to Manio. We're just transitioning to the south. Good traffic.
1,000 feet is...
2D west, we'll be landing at the hospital, Southampton Hospital, just west of the airfield, Franklin.
3 miles. Local croak will be over flying 300 feet.
Watch your, going into a little bit of a dive there. And you just keep us at 1,000, so it's a 1,000 foot traffic pattern altitude, right? Okay. Which is pretty standard. Sometimes you'll see 800, that's 800 over there.
Dare County traffic, Skyhawk 46532, about 3 miles northeast of the field, 1,000 feet. We'll be setting up for a 45 to left downwind, runway 5, Dare County.
Dare County, Cessna 9392 Hotel is departing to the northeast at 1,000 for Dare County.
And Max, we're still looking for you. Did you guys do left traffic or right traffic?
We're doing left traffic.
Alright, we're looking.
Where'd you say you're at?
We're currently about 2 miles northeast.
Altitude.
1,000.
Roger, we're climbing through 1,000 now. We'll just go up to 1,500.
We got you inside, don't worry about it.
Where are they? Right in front of us. In the air, they're a little bit higher than us. Got him though. You're going to be kind of entering the 45 in just a minute anyway, so he's really not going to be a factor.
Not a factor, right?
He's going direct to first flight. Okay. I just know because he's doing an air tour, he's going direct to first flight.
54 Echo Lima, Dare County, the tower bridge 065, turn left downwind.
So there's the field.
Alright, also, so you just heard that guy. So he's a banner plane, he's on left downwind for 5. But, that being said, he's at a 500 foot pattern, okay? Yeah. So you just have to kind of look for him, and you can kind of get her altitude back up to 1,000.
And Dare County traffic, Skyhawk 46532 is on the 45, left downwind 5, Dare County.
9392 Hotel, 3 miles to the southwest, be in here, right downwind 21 County, tower bridge 065, left base 5, banner pick.
Alright, so the guy's on base now. I got him in sight. He's going to be picking a banner. Hopefully he won't miss. He's actually one of our guys. This is Tabri is. Alright. And I'll let you make the downwind and the base calls, okay?
I feel like this is reasonably close, right?
Yeah, you're plenty close. Yeah, I'd go ahead and get on your downwind now.
What is this, Dare County?
Yep, Dare County, runway 5.
Dare County traffic, Skyhawk 46532, left downwind, runway 5, Dare County.
There you go. Try not to put in a descent quite yet, okay?
Yep.
And I'll just tell you, you're just a hair close to the runway.
Yeah.
And I say that, you're really not that bad, but for flying somewhere you're not really used to, usually I try to kind of space things out just because...
Give you a little more room.
You actually, whenever you're flying somewhere new, you have a tendency to fly closer. You fly really close patterns because you're trying to see things.
Right.
It's just something to keep in mind. So being the numbers, you're going to carb heat.
Yep, carb heat.
Okay.
And then...
Throttle back to 15.
15, huh?
1,500, yep.
That seems like forever down.
Yep, 1,500 all the way to 15.
That seems
all right, now you're bleeding off airspeed, right? So you don't descend down quite yet. Get to the wide arc. There's the wide arc.
And first notch.
And now you do your first notch flaps.
That one. How much is first notch in this plane?
A little bit more. Yeah, right about there.
All right, we're at 80 knots here.
Okay.
When you turn the base.
Yep. So usually I tell people to do a base turn right around 800 feet. You'll be a little bit low, so you may want to keep in a little bit of power, okay?
Yep.
I'd put in a little more power. All right, that's probably good there. And go ahead and do a second notch of flaps for me.
Dare County 532 is on the left base for 5.
I feel slow.
You're a little bit slow, but you're okay. All right, so my approach speed that I shoot for is 70 knots or right around 80 miles an hour, right around where you're at.
Okay.
But that being said, you're just a hair low, but not too bad. Okay. Usually I try to be on final at 500 feet where I'm turning final. So go ahead and turn final now. If you want to make that radio call, you can.
Dare County, Skyhawk 46532, turning final, Dare County, runway 5.
There you go.
Wow, way overshot that, didn't we? Well, that's because I was freaking out about airspeed.
Well, that and, like I said, you were a little bit close on the downwind. right?
Yeah.
So that'll get you set up weird.
Runway 065, departing the pattern to the southeast.
So what do you say your approach speed you like is here?
70 knots is what I shoot for. 80 miles an hour, okay? Just shoot for the 80.
Yep.
So you want to keep descending, right? So you're kind of high now.
Yep.
So if you want, you can put in more flaps.
Yeah.
That's something you can do.
Okay.
You can do a forward
way
slip.
fast now.
Yep. So pull the power all the way to idle. You were also tacking pretty high.
Yeah, I was
And
freaking
you're
out.
still kind of not descending. So what we can do, if you want, we can just do a go around. You can always go around.
Should we go around?
Yeah, you can do a go around.
All right, let's go. So that's full power. Then once we get some speed, we'll bring the
And
flaps.
don't forget your car peak.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. And go ahead and bring the flaps in 10 degrees at a time, if you don't mind.
Yep.
And Dare County traffic, Skyhawk 532 going around runway 5, Dare County, left approach traffic.
Yep. Keep the climb coming in, okay? You're plenty fast, right?
Oh yeah.
And you definitely don't want to overspeed the flaps. The flaps are up. You're good. You're good on the flaps.
Are they good all the way?
Yep. There might be just a hair of them in there. Yeah, you're good. So you're keep on climbing up, okay?
Yep.
So the climb speed I want you to be looking for is your VY. So it'll be right around 88.
Okay.
88 miles an hour.
You're okay.
Good.
Dare County, Waco is going to depart 5, right turn out.
Alright, so we're going to get you set up really good. Just keep the climb coming in. Usually you turn your crosswind about 700 feet is what I shoot for.
Okay.
So just kind of stick on this heading. You're still climbing. Go ahead and turn that crosswind.
Should we announce that?
Yep. Say left crosswind 5, okay.
Dare County, Skyhawk 46532, left crosswind, runway 5, Dare County.
Okay, so what you want to do is have a really nice rectangular pattern, okay? And before you make any turns, you always look to the right. You're looking for traffic coming in on the 45. That's super important. That's good there. This is a good downwind.
Dare County, Skyhawk 46532, downwind, runway 5, Dare County.
Alright. Alright, and probably pull the power out just a little bit. You just don't want to overspeed the engine there. So someone just departed 5. We've got him in sight. Good. So after you get over the numbers, just like before, yep, carb heat, power out, get in the wide arc, and then put in 10 degrees flaps. Copy that.
Alright, here we go. Car beat's coming in.
Okay.
Throttle back.
And you can go ahead and turn your base now. I know you haven't kind of gone too far out on the downwind, but as you start to finish off the base turn, you'll be decently far out.
Okay.
And just, the key is to just keep the descent coming in. A lot of people stop their descent as soon as they get on final.
I see.
That's a common issue with people that are just learning.
Bringing in first notch, okay?
That'll work. Yeah, so just keep that in mind, just to keep the descent coming in.
And even
Maybe a little more flaps there.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a little bit low, so just kind of evening out just a hair, okay? And you don't have to get super fast or anything. I mean, you only got 10 degrees flaps in.
Yeah.
So you still have a pretty good control of your airspeed.
Yeah. This feels better.
Yep, feels much better.
Much better.
And Dare County 532, left base, about to turn final 5, Dare County.
I'll go ahead and start my turn.
Yep, go ahead and turn. A little bit of an overshot, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So just get a little bit more aligned. You're kind of pretty good on the glide slope, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a little more flaps.
Yep.
and keep the descent coming down, okay? Don't arrest the descent. But at the same time, you don't want to get too low or too slow.
Right. Well, we're definitely not slow. We're over 80 knots currently.
Okay. So what you can do is bleed off some airspeed. You can raise the nose a little bit.
Yeah. I'm also too much power too.
Maybe not.
No.
Give it a little bit of power and get more aligned with the runway here. All right, and you got a little bit of a crosswind from the left, so you're gonna have to give some right rudder and keep it coming down. Pull the power out, all the way to idle. Just pull it all the way to idle. Okay? And you're just gonna bring it on in, okay? I'm just gonna help you with it just a little bit. Give some right rudder.
Yep.
And you're just gonna give a little bit of left aileron, okay?
Yeah.
And you're just inching it on down.
Yeah.
Give it just a hair of throttle. Just a hair of throttle. So you can just barely start to hear that stall horn.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're going the right speed.
Tell me when to pull it.
Go ahead and pull it now. Look at that. How easy was that? So always maintain that rudder, and then as you come down,
aileron into the wind.
Aileron into the wind.
Right.
All right. So put on the brakes, and you pull back on the yoke. That'll get us stopped, right?
Turning left.
It bleeds off all the lift.
Left turn.
Yep. Left turn here. This is Delta. If you just want to make that call that we're going to be clear of 5 after we cross this whole short line, right?
Wait till after the whole short to call.
Yep. Say clear of 5 on Alpha. So now we're actually turning on Alpha now.
Dare County, Skyhawk 46532, clear of 5 on Alpha, Dare County. I don't know the airport, so.
Oh, you're fine.
Where are we going? Take me where we're
sorry, to the left, yeah. That was awesome there. I mean, you have really good control of the plane.
Yeah, it just...
you have it in your mind. It's all about putting it into practice.
That's right. I understand what I wanted to do in all those cases there. I just...
Yep.
It just takes some repetitions, I think, in the airplane.
Yeah.
Carb heat back back in here.
Yep, so after...
clean that up, too, right?
As soon as you get past the hold short line is when you do that.
Die of heat stroke in here.
Yeah. So the crosswind correction with a tailwind would also be that number, right?
Yep, that's right.
It's a quartering tailwind.
I should slow down.
So just follow these around.
Will do. Also, I also have a healthy fear of being slow on approach.
That's good.
And then in turns especially, I have a healthy fear of, getting into a spin situation.
Yeah.
You want to go up here on this taxiway and over this way?
Yeah, that'll work.
Where we came in?
Yep, that'll work.
So I was trying to, I'm always erring on the side of fast, especially when we're heavy, especially when we're,
Yep.
I just want to be faster and then slower.
Yep.
Because and longer runways especially, you can always bleed that off.
Exactly, yep.
But it's a lot harder to make up for being slow.
Right.
I like the grass growing in the ramp.
Yeah.
Gives it a little natural feel.
All right, and just watch this fence over here. Don't get the wing close there.
Back around this plane like we did?
Yeah, that'll work. They really need to wash that plane. So that's like the FedEx plane.
Oh, really?
And you won't ever believe that it's like actually actively being used. It's so gross looking. Like, I don't understand why they don't just wash the thing.
All right, where do you want this airplane?
I'm not good at parking yet. So here you go.
You can park
controls. Yeah. So obviously you can kind of see.
Yeah.
So you kind of see all this rocks and all this junk over here. That's what we don't want to get our prop in, right?
Gotcha.
We're just gonna do a nice little parallel park job with this airplane.